Morning. Monday morning, August 17th. There's nothing on the radar, but all of a sudden this little pop-up thing just happened. If you look that way, the sky is blue. That way, it looks like a rain cloud. Up, and that apparently was it. I don't know if you could hear it hitting the roof, the metal roof, but now you're hearing it disappear. That was it. I literally turned the camera on maybe 30 seconds after it started. So my truck got wet. And like I said, if you look off that way, blue skies. To the north of me, it does have that little darkness. But I looked on the radar and there really wasn't anything on it. But so hoo-hoo, I guess I can say I got rain. I got enough to almost get the whole truck wet. I mean, obviously not quite. Didn't rain enough so that the water would drip down on the bottom, get any of the dust off or the wheels. But it did make the driveway kind of dark. And look, it made the cement a little bit wet right in front of the door. He's excited. Aren't you excited, buddy? Yeah. I don't know. I also looked while I was on the phone there looking at the radar to see what they say for today. And they don't say anything. So I don't know where this little thing came from. But they do show tonight. Now, granted, for those of you that follow me on Instagram, my sinuses are killing me. Is everybody else's allergies horrible this year, especially in the hot, dry areas like ours? Oh. But anyways, for those of you that follow me on Instagram, if you saw my 2 posts last night, I mean, we had a huge yellow blob coming east right at us. 20 minutes later, I took the same picture, put it on Instagram. It had disappeared. We got nothing. Nothing. But tonight, like I was saying, they showed from 10 o'clock tonight till around 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, a 50 to 60% chance of rain. Well, I'll believe it when it happens, because they all miss us. But if we were to get it then, that would be primo, because it would be at night, no heating and sun of the day to suck it out of the ground, but we'll see. Tuesday, August 18th. Still very dry and brown all over. Rick, look, golf attire. About 3 o'clock. I had to go golfing today. My channel seed corn dealer called me up yesterday and said, hey, we want to go golfing. You want to go? So, Greg, thank you. Jack, Jeff, thank you. Because they paid for my golf too, so I had to go. So, free golf. I mean, you know, almost an hour away, but it was worth it. Anyways, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, like I said, this is Tuesday. You know that last night there I put a couple posts on. The radar was all red and yellow again, and it was heading west to east right at us. Yeah, well, if my rain gauge had hundredths markers, I would have called it 7 or 8 hundredths of an inch. But I rounded up, because all I have is tenths. So I called it a 1/10 of an inch last night. That was it. So it's the 18th of August, and that puts me up to, I think, a 1/2 inch for the month of August. It's crazy. But yet, I just got off the thruway, I-90 here, which is just about exactly 7 miles south of me. And you get off and you go over the thruway bridge. It's under you to head back towards my way here. Puddles on the thruway bridge. And you could see dark clouds from where I was golfing, you know, close to an hour away. So apparently they got rain 7 miles south, but it's crazy. Now, the muck property that I sold to my cousin this year, Saturday night, a storm came through. He told me he had 7 tenths in the rain gauge down there because I always kept a rain gauge there and here on the home farm. So maybe a half a mile back to the south from there is that other farm that I bought here 6-7 years ago. 50 some acres on it, whatever. So Sunday night, Chelsea and I drove down the truck right before dark and looked, and the dirt, it's beans. The dirt was all nice and dark, still soft. You know, you could kick it around with your foot. So those beans obviously got some rain. Now, Plainville, I don't know why I'm mentioning the names, because you people, you know, unless you live around here, you don't know where it is, but I've got 60 acres of corn there that I rent. It's probably 4 or 5 miles east of us. That got rain. That's gotten some rain that we haven't. The next few days when I start, you know, I'll start checking some cornfields and pulling some ears and showing you and stuff. That got hit the other night. So that got a little more rain than we did. The 60 acres about 4 miles south of me here, where we have corn, got some of the rain that we didn't get. So basically, it's like a mile circle or so right around the home farm here. We just can't get anything. I don't know what the hell, you know, us and the neighbors and whatnot, the corn and beans here, they don't look horrible, but the corn has got like 2-inch tip back on a lot of it. The beans, like I showed you the other day from up back, little BBs. I don't know what it is about this one general area, but I don't know. It's the 18th, like I said, of August. Maybe in a couple of days, I'll start checking these other places, pulling some ears, showing you what they look like, checking out what the beans look like, and we'll go from there. But for some reason, we got a dry dome over us here that just won't let rain fall. I don't know why. Also, I just want to show you this real quick. You know, we got those 2 pieces of re-rod we bent with little handles on them to stick down the ground to help the door from chucking back and forth. Well, I wanted to put something in the center too. So my cousin David found this at Lowe's. Worked out pretty good. Put that in there and put this bar, and then the bar just, you know, slides out. But that keeps the whole center of the door. I'm shaking it pretty good right now. Keeps the whole center of the door in place a lot better. So if it gets windy, but I'm thinking about down there, maybe moving some of the run across a little. I'll have to measure that, but I think that rod's probably 3/4. Maybe go and get a couple pieces of 1-inch pipe, like, well, that's not 1 inch. I think that's 1/2 inch. Where am I pointing? Right there. That the conduit there that the wires run into. There, where am I pointing? There we go. That runs in, the wires run into for the lights. Thinking if I put a couple pieces of 1 inch in there, drive them down in the ground so that they're just flush with the ground, I can put those rods down in farther and it'll be that much more. But I don't really think the door is going anywhere, but just to be on the safe side in case we get a healthy wind. But I don't know, maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. Yep. Pipe seems to be really helping tremendously to keep the door from, obviously up here we got on the big front door, of course, you know, the floor is cement, and then we got the cement apron, so obviously we put that into the cement and the door slides onto it, but we don't have that back there because we don't have cement, and I have no reason to spend thousands of dollars to cement the rest of the floor. So we'll see. So the new home for the rain gauge. Last night, I'll call that 0.15, closer to a tenth of an inch, but yeah, you tell him, buddy. Come on, let's go. Get out of the road, kitty. Come on. So, hey, there's a good look at the sky. What do you think of that, huh? Trying to flip it around. So anyways, don't know where it came from. All of a sudden, boom. About 9:30ish. That come out of nowheres and lasted for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, and we got a little over a tenth of an inch again. It's what we've been living on. It is Wednesday afternoon. I am brush hogging. There is Otter Lake. I am brush hogging that CRP ground that I told you about. If you go back a few videos there, that we lost the appeal to USDA wants to take this out. This is for that 94-year-old woman. Yeah, well, when I said it's literally right on the edge of a lake, and it slopes, as you can see. Right there's the water. I know it's hard to see, but it's right there, 20 feet away from me on the other side of that little hedgerow of trees. There's like 2 6-acre fields here. You can see the hedgerow over there, and there's another 6-acre field on the other side of it. But that's the wisdom of our government, the United States Department of Assholes, USDA. And like I told you in that last video, the woman who argued their side literally said, well, the government wants to take more ground out of CRP and put it back into production. Oh, okay. And then blame us for overproducing. So I'm making my first time around this field with my 6 new blades. Not my 30 new blades, Upstate Bill, New York, if you're watching, because, you know, it's kind of like on Rick Bork's channel. Kevin, we know you're a closet watcher, even though you yelled at Rick. Yeah. Upstate Bill, I know you're watching. Even though you said you're not, I know you are. So anyways, that's today's project. Do this CRP ground. Well, I guess I can still call it CRP because it's CRP this year. And on the other side of that hedgerow is the other 6 acres. So, alright. I don't know if you can see it, but Bambi's jumping around out there. Got a little fawn running around out here, I just saw it. Where is my zoom button? There, we're zoomed. We'll see if we can see it again here in a second. So it was just jumping around out here. I haven't seen Mama yet. So I'm sure Mama's out here somewhere. It's the only problem, the thing I hate about doing these CRP fields, you know, in the government's wisdom, you can't mow them until August 15th or after, you know, so the birds and you know, just wildlife in general can use the tall grass. Well, it's also how you wind up mowing up some fawns too. But oh, there it is over there, it's jumping. I don't know if you'll see it or not, but maybe if I get closer to it, I'll turn it back on. Poor little fella doesn't know whether to shit or wind its watch. I don't know where its mother is, but I haven't seen her, so apparently apparently she's off doing whatever. But he just keeps running around in circles out here trying to get away from me. Just another view of the lake. And the fact that we are right on the edge of it. But USDA wants to complain about runoff into waterways, but hey, let's not leave ground like this into CRP though. Let's put it back into production. Crazy. Alright, I am mowing another person's property now. I don't think this one's in CRP. This is some kind of grasslands thing. And this is also one of the areas where the white deer hang out. So I was kind of hoping maybe I'd see one, but so far all I've seen is rabbits. And I guess that's about it. Rabbits. Yeah, I haven't even seen any squirrels running around. So, oh, actually I did see a hawk. Those of you that are rabbit lovers, sorry, the hawk came down and got a rabbit when I ran out. But I got one more to do. It's only about 8 acres that the guy usually doesn't want done until September. So, and that's not in CRP or grasslands or anything. That's just the guy I rent some ground from has got a field that's not worthy of working. And I got a guy who used to help me out when he was a teenager, doing hay and working on the farm and stuff when he was in school, who's up here visiting his family, him and his girlfriend, and they've got a horse pasture lot. He just called me and wants me to mow that. Told him I'd probably do that this weekend. We wanted to get his girlfriend in the tractor. She's never been in a tractor, so maybe that'll be the next video. Teaching a pretty girl how to drive tractor. So I'm going to end this one. You know what to do. Subscribe and all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram, Andy the Grumpy Farmer, and we will go from there. Buddy, I know you're hot. Who are we dedicating this video to? Who? This video is dedicated to you, mower guru, upstate New York Bill. Yeah, mowed all those fields with my mower with only 6 blades, not 30, because you're the mower guru.